Last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring... Brady now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. Oh, and now he bowls him over. New Orleans offense working its as that wound at the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles. They're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their 2 tackles, Teron Armstead at left tackle, Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle. They are loaded going forward. If they can get a real playmaker at tight end, that might be the last piece. And if that happens, I'd hate to be a defensive coordinator trying to game plan for them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play definitely goes down as a win for the defense as they were able to get there and tackle him for a loss. But you just got the sense that the runner kept looking for a space to turn upfield, and it kept getting strung out towards the sidelines before the defense finally finished him off.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, eluding the tackle. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his left. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Brady. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is caught. Gronkowski. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop. And
that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run it again with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On second down, here's Breeze. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He couldn't hook up with Amendola there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down here after the incomplete pass. On play action, it's Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Breeze to throw on second down. And that is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Here's Breeze to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Oh, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So why do you spend a first-round pick on a cornerback for plays just like the one we saw there? They think very highly of this young man, and he rewarded him in a big way, making a nice play on that deep ball.
From midfield, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Alex Anzalone. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. 5 yards on the pickup. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if
again, it's Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
on a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now Breeze on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. James Harrison. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. On first down, Brady. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Brady will try again on second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. 2 yards to go here on third down. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Gronkowski with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Now Brady on the bootleg. And it's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's third down.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Harris in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Here's Brady. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. They'll throw now on the final play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good. A 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the play?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Harris coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Coleman, 83 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They run. This is Lewis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. It's Brady. And Amendola with a catch. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Brady again. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's third down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Brady to throw again. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
You know, some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium. They know how to connect.
In ways that sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you've told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they'll put him on the backside of formation as a single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Again, it's Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Brady. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. From the gun, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And now it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Just got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. The 40, 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks, an even 90 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game. Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the posts. It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Toss play, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Saints on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Breeze now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Breeze got to have this one. Flush to his right. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on down. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Lewis. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Brady gives this one to Lewis. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Brady going to go on 4th down. Past the 20. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Breeze now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it's second down.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so now
it's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try here for Breeze. Steps away, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.